must hear our voices. The world must hear our songs. The world must hear the truth as we keep marching on. We never can rest silent beneath the rocket's roar. We must sing our songs of freedom for now and evermore.
Hello and welcome to Voices of Change, a project of Community Shares. Community Shares raises money and awareness for Tennessee nonprofit organizations working for progressive social change. Our show seeks to inform you about our member groups and other issues related to progressive social change. My name is Shelley Wascom and I'm your host. And we're shaking things up a bit today. You used to seeing a guest here in the studio with me, but today I am very happy to have Hannah Vickery from the Tennessee Disability Coalition joining us from Nashville via the phone line. So you won't really get to see her, but we're going to be looking at some great pictures of the work of the Tennessee Disability Coalition. So welcome, Hannah. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So I always like to start with asking, can you just tell folks a little bit about the Tennessee Disability Coalition?
Yeah, so at the Tennessee Disability Coalition, we bring together organizations and individuals across the state who care about the disability community to work in coalition. Together, we aim to create a society that values, includes, and supports people with disabilities. This means that we partner with organizations across the state who share the same mission of improving the lives of Tennesseans with disabilities. We believe that we can make a bigger impact when we work together towards the same goal. A few of our member organizations include Disability Rights Tennessee, the ARC Washington County, the UT Bowling Center, and Empower Tennessee, and more. The member organizations operate statewide and serve people on a more local level. So that's the membership aspect of the coalition, and we also do many other things. The core of our work is public policy focused. We work with Tennessee lawmakers, policymakers, and community members to understand, protect, and improve policies that impact the lives of Tennesseans with disabilities. One way that we do this is by hosting a Disability Day on the Hill every year. It's a day where the disability community can come together and advocate together by meeting with legislators on current pieces of legislation that are being considered during that legislative session. We will actually have our next Disability Day on the Hill in February 2019. And this past year, we even had a group of students meet with Governor Haslam to discuss issues that they care about, which was really cool. We also operate 4 programs. Our highly trained Benefits to Work experts promote self-sufficiency for individuals by helping lessen some of the obstacles faced when going back to work, including concerns about losing health care coverage and other benefits. A lot of people with disabilities want to work or want to go back to work after an injury, but need the benefits they've been receiving through Medicaid or another program. Working full-time versus part-time impacts the benefits you receive, so we work with these individuals to help them navigate through their options. This way, they can feel confident when they go back to work. Family Voices of Tennessee is the first state chapter of Family Voices National. Family Voices of Tennessee provides emotional and educational support to families of children across the state with special health care needs, chronic illnesses, and disabilities. They do this by providing peer parent mentors to, for example, parents of children who have just received a diagnosis to help them through the first part of their journey, running support groups for parents in hospitals across the state, offering resources and tools that parents can use, and hosting SIB shops for siblings of kids with special health care needs, chronic illnesses, or disabilities. They're also launching a new youth program where teenagers with disabilities and without disabilities are invited to learn how to advocate for their needs and find peer mentors as they transition into a more independent lifestyle. Our third program, BrainLinks, is actually fairly new and just getting started. BrainLinks enriches the lives of Tennesseans with brain injury by training and empowering the professionals serving them. They seek to equip these professionals with the resources they need to understand traumatic brain injury and how each very different injury affects everyday life. And last, we are part of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA network. The Southeast ADA Center has designated us as the organization in Tennessee to contact for questions and assistance with ADA compliance. So in a nutshell, that's what we do at the Coalition. We love that we're making a real impact on individuals and families of individuals with disabilities and spreading awareness about the issues people with disabilities experience on a daily basis.
That's wonderful. And I wanted to ask you, I think you said this a little bit, but even though you're calling in from Nashville today, the Tennessee Disability Coalition is a statewide organization, so it really does impact people from Knoxville and all over the state, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Now, I know one of the things about the Tennessee Disability Coalition is that you work on public policy. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the public policy successes that you've had?
Yeah, so this past legislative session, we worked with legislators on a couple of key bills that were passed. One was a bill that made American Sign Language an official course credit for students seeking foreign language credits. This means that American Sign Language classes now count towards foreign language requirements, unlike before when they did not always count at colleges and universities. Another bill we saw passed was the Down Syndrome Health Information Act, which will provide healthcare providers with the resources they need from the Tennessee Department of Health on Down syndrome. These resources will help parents of children with Down syndrome navigate the diagnosis and what it means for their child and for their family.
Now, midterms are upon us, and that means new state legislators, a new senator, new governor coming into office soon. How will the coalition be able to work with those new public officials?
So we are really looking forward to working with these new public officials and helping them understand the complexity of the issues that Tennesseans with disabilities face, including low employment rates, pay gaps, struggles to fill the insurance gaps for families, lack of accessible and affordable transportation options, and more. These things really matter when a new annual budget is being drafted, when bills are being debated and policies are being formed and implemented. So, yeah, we just really look forward to working with the new public officials and helping them understand the disability community's needs.
And how do you let them know, and what are the issues that they need to know about?
Yeah, so one of those ways is Disability Down the Hill. Our public policy team actually meets with legislators on a consistent basis. We encourage members of the disability community to get out and advocate and speak on behalf of their needs, and we equip them with the tools and the resources that they need to do that. And so we also, we meet with the legislators, and then some of the upcoming legislative, I know one is the Katie Beckett waiver. And so the way that Medicaid works is it often overlooks some of the specialist costs for middle-income families, and so they're forced to pay it out of pocket. And so they may have to file bankruptcy on things, or just maybe really tight on money, or yes, they may make enough to not get certain insurance cuts, but it really puts them in a bad financial situation. And so the Katie Beckett waiver, which exists in 48 other states already, and does not exist in Tennessee yet, is something that would cover that gap for middle-income families. And it's something that our program, Family Voices, along with our public policy team and the Tennessee Justice Center, are really going to be pushing and talking about this legislative session.
And I'm going to ask you a question. I hope it's not a question you can't answer, but there's a lot of disability rights organizations in Tennessee. What do you think, why does Tennessee Disability Coalition need to exist? What is it that you bring to the table that they couldn't bring individually?
Yeah, there are a lot of disability organizations in Tennessee, which is a really great thing. I think what sets the coalition not apart, but just why it's needed is that we seek to partner with these organizations so that we're creating more of a collective impact and more of a wider impact. And also when a individual comes into our office and we can't provide a service that they need, we're very quick. We know the members that we work with, and so we know that we can pick up the phone and call of our representative of the organization that they can get services from, and we're very close in contact with that. We just had our public policy retreat a couple weeks ago, and we all came together to discuss as a community and as a membership organization what issues that we felt were really prominent, which issues did we see occurring, how can we make Disability Day on the Hill better and more collaborative. So I really like that we take a true coalition approach or a collaborative approach towards joining hands and ensuring that our impact is more widespread than, more than what one organization can achieve.
Sure, and I think having a coalition, it means you go in with a unified voice. Y'all have a chance to talk amongst yourself and say these are the most important things that we can try to push for, whether it's about a policy change or a legislative change. So I think that's really important. We have about a little over 2 minutes, and I wanted to ask you, could you explain for people, what is Disability Day on the Hill? What is it like? I mean, give us a sort of a run-through of what you do at the day.
Yeah, so Disability Day on the Hill is very fast-paced, but we help different advocates. They can call us and we can schedule meetings for them with their representative from their district. And so we spend a lot of time beforehand advertising that and wanting people to contact us or contact the representative directly to set up a meeting. And so there's meetings going on, and then we have a general area where we can all gather and kind of talk amongst ourselves, and it's a really great time. It's a time in the year when we're able to come together as a disability community and just, be with one another. It's one of the rare times in the year that we can do that. And the other part of that is that we have a community reception the night before where we invite community members and legislators to come in a more informal setting to talk to one another, hang out and talk to legislators if they're there about some issues in just a more casual and fun setting. So those are kind of the two parts to Disability Day on the Hill. Yeah.
And it's a good day, I think, for people, if you don't have a lot of experience maybe talking to legislators, you can go and you can be with people who have more experience. But it's a great thing, I think, to do, to go to Nashville and to see how the legislative process works and to have a chance to talk to your own state representative or state senator to talk about the issues that are important to you, because they need to hear about what's important to people at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Put
And
the
this
face
is
to the name, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying it's a great thing that you do. So I want to, we're really pretty much running out of time, so I wanted to thank you again for being here. I wanted to remind people, can you tell us your website quickly?
Yeah, it's tndisability.org.
tndisability.org if you want to learn more information. You can also find it through the Community Shares website if you look there. So I want to thank you again for educating us about what you do, and thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And the world must hear our voices. The world must hear our songs. The world must hear the truth as we keep marching on. We never can rest silent beneath the rocket's roar. We must sing our songs of freedom for now and evermore.